Hello and welcome to Shadowrun, The Road to Chaos. I am Shattuck Shademore, your GM for this evening, and here I have two of our lovely gamers already ready. Jean-Philippe will be joining us as soon as he gets back from work. For now, you have a lovely picture of, well, of a lovely lion, so enjoy that view. So, Bastion, please, will you introduce yourself?
Hey, hello everybody. I am Elliot Jones. I do not have a Twitter or any of that newfangled technology yet. So for now, I'll just be on here as your fellow player, Bastion. Although my real name is yet to be released, unless you watch the last stream.
Nice one. And over to you, Wolf.
Oh, hi. I'm DJ. DJ Bluefang, as on every social media, so you can find me there. And my character is Wolf.
Awesome. Wolf has also decided to wear his army stuff, so getting into character right there. And Bastion is wearing his beautiful free-running vest, because Bastion is basically a Japanese version of himself, and just a suave. So, anyone up for a recap? So,
No, you say.
Our adventure began with our dear friend Wolf in a bar getting rather drunk when his old friend, the Colonel, came up behind him. Hadn't seen him in quite a few years, at least over 5, in fact. And so it was a bit of a surprise to Wolf. And after a little bit of talking, Wolf got a mission. He was hired by Colonel Ethelbert Bowman to test out a new training facility for army cadets. And as part of that, he needed to go find a crew. That line is so distracting. So, our dear friend Wolf went to the Three Banners to find his crewmates on the tip-off from his dear friend, where he found a Bastion with his lovely lady friend, and having a drink, and Jean-Philippe playing, getting used to a few new tunes from the English side of things. Being that he's from France, he's not quite so used to having all this new English, all newfangled music. He's more of a classicist. But after a few bottles were thrown across the walls and a few raised voices and insults were made to each other, they eventually agreed that working together to gain money was worth dealing with one another's idiosyncrasies.
For now.
Yep, they arrived at the facility. Part of their job was to sneak into the facility and find the room. And they decided to take the back door entrance. So, making themselves out to be chefs, and Wolf to be their armed escort, they snuck in the back and they managed to weave their way through the kitchen. Indeed, indeed. Before eventually making it to into the corridors, whereupon they completely failed their perception checks and ran into a guard. Apart from Bastion, who did manage to, in fact, talk his way a little bit so that he didn't just immediately get tailed, but was unfortunately a fight ensued. This guy was surprisingly difficult to take down. Obviously, they've been training quite well. Ethelbert's been training these guys. So now it's just a matter of finding out just how well these guys will do in the next tasks as they face the room, completely ignoring everything that was in the on the first floor, including the labs full of nice techie stuff. But that's okay. These guys are not interested.
Yeah, because we're all totally technical, right, guys?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely do techie stuff.
We're all telling them secretly, guys.
Totally. So,
Definitely.
so you managed to arrive in the second stage of the facility. You entered the room, and a very bored-looking gentleman who will only call himself Mr. Johnson looked up at you with his clipboard and his timer, giving a very lazy salute towards Wolf. Uh, frankly, is really, really not interested. Um, yeah. Hold on 1 second. I believe we have an arcade Valentine. So, if Strauss, if you would mind dropping out of the call.
Right. Unfortunately, Trinket must go.
Yep. We don't need the we don't need a we no longer need a
Goodbye,
lion. We
Trinket.
have a Jean-Philippe. Welcome.
Hello.
Why don't you give yourself a mini introduction now that you're here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Jean-Philippe, sort of suave, sophisticated Frenchman, face character, so does the talking, making sure that everything goes smoothly, that sort of thing.
So yes, you've just passed by the labs. You've gone through the big obvious door, and you've met Mr. Johnson. He's let you sit for a bit. He's letting you catch up on the stun that previous guard had given you. And as you get your kit ready and you put your little badges on because you're now guests now, he leads you through a little corridor, and you obviously realise this is the thing that he's been waiting to do the entire however long he's been sitting there. He goes, and welcome to the obstacle course. And he goes, BAM! With these double doors. And as you look out, there is indeed the most intricate and ridiculous looking obstacle course you've probably ever seen. It's definitely an improvement from your days, Wolf. You know, back in your day, it was simple wood,
Your
poles,
logs.
and mud. This thing is higher tech now.
Back in our day, I was crawling through 3 miles of mud.
Well, we got to put into some factors of urban warfare now, rather than just fields and forests. So,
Bastion looks at this and goes, "What?"
I agree with this Bastion fellow. What?
well, we are the army after all. There's more to the army than just crawling through fields and mountains and forests. We also have to patrol the streets occasionally. So, thus, we have an obstacle course that will hopefully test most of your physical skills and teamwork.
I certainly hope this is worth the money. I looked very pointedly at Wolf.
Seriously, this can't be too hard for runners like you. It's not as if it's not as if it's it's not as if we're asking you to go murder someone or whatever you guys do in your free time. Frankly, I don't care. It's not my job to care. It's my job to facilitate this. Are you
Let us get this over with.
Very well. So, the rules of this task: you are allowed to work as a team. It is a team-based exercise. You can go it alone if you so choose. If you see any particular equipment that you want to use in and around the course, that is fine. You can use that, and obviously keep going in the way of the course. Don't just skip over something because you're worse and you don't want to do it. Because frankly, I will find something to throw at you, and I will laugh derisionally, as I show that footage to my superiors. Any questions?
I have one question. If it's fail,
If you fail, you still get the money. It's to test whether this is actually physically possible to do. I mean, Wolf, you look like you've done this sort of jazz before, and Bastion, you don't exactly look like a pushover. And granted, I don't know much about you, Philippe, but yeah, you're a runner. You must have some ability to do physical work. Otherwise, you probably would have been shot by now.
I can assure you, I have been shot many times.
He distinctly raises an eyebrow at you. He's sort of almost going, who the hell hired this lot? But he then sort of shrugs it off, goes back into his military stance. He goes, I will be timing you. I will be finding out just how fast you can do this and how easy you guys find it. So, to the starting point, if you please.
Do believe that perhaps I should go this one alone.
You all
Philippe,
have to run it.
You would with Wolf, as he is military personnel and has likely done this sort of thing before.
Might I just say that as much as I love to be a lone wolf, being in the military is all about being.
I think perhaps we should stick together to begin with, and then as we face the situation, if we feel we need to split up, that is always an option.
Very well.
So, you boys decided how you're doing this?
Yeah, we
Good.
got this.
Good.
Yep.
To the starting line.
Together.
You see there's like a very distinct and very precise white line across the concrete. There's a little concrete platform, and the rest of it is in a sandy area.
D&D joke. Everybody check for traps. The white lines is a trap, guys.
You can do a perception check. You can do perception.
It's a trap!
You can do perception checks at any time you like. You just completely decided to ignore most of the things in the previous episode.
First obstacle. Because obviously we can see the first obstacle ahead of us, can't we?
Indeed. So
yeah, okay, I'm gonna check that one.
Yeah. So you're looking ahead, and just before you get to just before he's about to start the gun, you're seeing a few basic high and low beams where you have to sort of jump over one and go onto the next. Tire footing and a balance beam. There's a climbing rope frame as well.
Looks like a standard obstacle course.
You find no traps. It looks fine to you. It looks like a standard obstacle course, as Wolf just said.
One miss, 3 hits.
Yep, I've got it now. I've got a little roll thing on the screen now, so I can see everything. Yeah. But yes, so you see no traps. It looks good. It looks.
Gentlemen, shall we continue?
Okay, lads.
I'll lead the way.
3, 2, 1, bang! And you bolt off. Do you want to do this at speed, or are you doing this at a sensible pace?
Sensible pace. I'm leading the way.
Okay, yep. So, you get to the high and low beams. So I would like you all to make a athletics check.
Straight athletics?
Straight athletics.
Okay, so that's... Two misses, one.
So, yeah, you haven't done this before. This is a new thing for you, but you just about managed to get over the bars. It's a little bit more awkward than you perhaps expected, but you don't fall over.
These seem awkwardly constructed. You would never find these in an urban environment.
How about you, Philippe and Wolf?
Trying to find it.
It's on your first page on the common tab.
Should have done this before we set up, basically.
Ace, just no hits, no misses.
Yeah, Jean. This is obviously not your. This is not your speed. You again. You manage to just about. You have to really slow down. You're basically doing a walking pace as you're sort of going over the top of one, underneath the other, but you don't bash your head on anything. You shrug.
Just like balancing, like.
Yep. That's it. But yeah, you know this isn't your speed, so you're not too discouraged yet. Wolf, your turn.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just about to do it. As soon as I find. There you go.
So yeah, again, you're really you've been out of the army for a bit, and perhaps this is a little bit more different than you expected, but you just about manage. You don't manage to do anything too awful, but you go back down to sort of a walking pace to get over these things. You're also an older chap, so yeah, you don't think you've lost your touch, maybe. But yeah, you pick up the pace so as soon as you get over the last low beam, and you start racing towards the tires, where you have to put your feet in the tires and get across without tripping over, hopefully, and onto the balance beam. So, I would either like you to make a gymnastics check. Yeah, actually, gymnastics check.
Okay, I guess then.
Okay.
Just gymnastics is in the stat, or is gymnastics is in?
Gymnastics as in your skill, which will give you a certain number of dice.
Skill. That's what I meant. Okay, give us one.
Bastion, I will allow you to use parkour since the fact this is actually kind of what you do.
I got one hit.
So, yep. So, yep, you do it. You don't completely fall over. You're not the fastest person on the planet, but you manage.
3 hits, 2 misses.
Bastion, you're like, you know what you're doing on this. You storm this. This is easy. You're not as fast as you'd like, perhaps, but at the same time, you're keeping an eye on your teammates just to make sure that they're not completely being left behind.
The only reason I'm being held back at this point is because I'm constantly helping, like Wolf or Philippe get.
You're shouting encouragement over your shoulder at them.
Well, talking about needing help, I got one miss.
Yeah, you
Wolf?
You do trip up over one of the tires. You catch your foot in one of the tires. Nothing too awful. But you land face first, but you scrabble back up again and you get on the balance beam. You very wobbly.
Does it get muddy?
Get to the end.
Does it get muddy?
No, it's all sand. It's all sand in here at the moment.
So you get sand in the shoes. That's even worse.
Well, for now it's sand. So you get over the balance beam, and you see a little
What's
tunnel.
next, lava?
You see a little tunnel. Wolf, you would remember this. These are one of those horrible little tunnels where you have to crawl through it, and it's usually got water in it.
Well, this is going to keep us clean. Not.
What kind of water?
Just normal water.
Oh, it's just like a sewage tunnel.
It's body plus willpower for this one. So 7 dice for Wolf, and 8 dice for Bastion, and 8 for Jean-Philippe.
Awesome, thanks.
So I kind of do know my stats, so you don't have to always tell me them.
2 hits, 3 misses.
Okay.
No misses, 2 hits, and priority are just over my dice.
Bastion, you're fine with this. You know, you're not exactly unaccustomed to crawling through areas to escape things. You know, it's kind of a normal thing for you. So you hold your breath. It is freezing in there, but you know you scrabble your way through this tiny little tunnel. Wolf, it's been a while. You have to admit, it's been a while, and it is extremely cold in that tunnel.
God damn, this reminds me of the winter run in basic training.
4 hits
Ironically,
and
you're
1
the
miss,
army
by the
person
way.
here, Wolf.
Oh, Jean,
It's ironic how you're the army person here, Wolf.
surprisingly enough, Jean, you know, he's now getting his pacing a bit, and he bosses this. Like this, you're a bit surprised because you just saw him land face first on a tire, but he just bosses this. He sort of almost like dives into the tunnel, and he's scrabbling through, and he gets through in no time whatsoever.
God damn, how's the Frenchman doing better than me?
He has to hold his breath in a bowl of punch before.
That was so close.
Never a good time.
That was so close to
It is all these frog legs. They give me speed.
You very
They
nearly
make
got...
you faster in water.
Wolf very nearly gets stuck in the tunnel. Very nearly. Like
Just all of those raging muscles, just too much.
that, or your army gear got caught on a nail that wasn't quite hammered in properly.
It's like when you get caught on the door handle.
God damn it!
You sort of tug at it. With your strength, I'm gonna be honest. You're strong enough to pull this loose. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Does Philippe like kind of push into the back of Wolf?
I'm gonna assume that at this point, Philippe has actually, you know, just as Wolf gets out of the tunnel, you know, spluttering from the cold water, Philippe
just rolls out.
Philippe just goes and straight back out and is like standing next to Wolf now.
Just like a fish, flies out.
Yeah. So lovely and wet now. Ahead of you, you see some duck and dive swinging beams. So you see these beams, and they sort of swing across. They've got like foam on them, you know, so that you don't sort of get completely beaten up. But there's an obvious sort of foot wide path down the middle, where you've got to sort of duck between these moving pillars of padding, and there's another one which swings sort of horizontal to the path as well. So
I'm ready.
I would like you to make. What should I make you roll? Because I'm mean and horrible and nasty.
What shall I make you suffer?
In all honesty, it's a gymnastics check.
Okay. Just bye. Oh no, gymnastics is 9. Yeah.
Yep. Nice gymnastics check.
I keep mixing up gymnastics with reflex.
1 hit, 1 miss.
Way, 1 hit, no misses.
So 3 hits, 2 misses.
2 hits, 2 misses, but the hits are larger than my like. There's
That's fine.
over.
So yeah, you all managed to get through this, but occasionally Wolf and Jean, it's that horizontal one that caught you out. You were expecting a more sort of vertical ones, but you know, Wolf was a bit too overeager and kind of smacked his face into one, and Jean, you know, you're not quite so used to like sneaking in such confined environments, so you kind of may have knocked the top of your head, but you managed to get through it. Bastion, he might as well be a ninja. You know, he's blasting through this. He's not quite as graceful as he again would like to be, but he bosses this. This is fine. This is all fine for him.
If I get hit, the first thing I'm saying is, I need healing.
Right. So, once you get to the other end, there is handlebars. So those cool bars where you have to hold on. You got a bunch of those over a swimming pool of water. So there's quite a significant drop between these bars, which you sort of manage to climb to the top of like a set of stairs to get to, and this lovely pool of water at the bottom. So, all of you, I'd like you to make a strength check.
We should do this just pure. Just pure strength.
Just pure strength. If you want to add, if Bastion wants to add like a couple of dice for the fact that he is a parkour master, because that's his special attribute there, he can do so.
Okay, so that'd be 8.
Yep.
Strength is 6. Ask me about
2
my
hit.
will.
2 misses.
Okay.
Could just swim.
So just to check, my strength 1. How many dice would that be?
Just a
Just a 1.
Just do your
2?
1 dice.
Just one dice.
Just do your 1 dice.
That's 2 hits, 1 miss.
Sean is not strength is not his forte, to say the least.
No hit, no miss.
Bastion.
2 hits, 1.
Okay, so Bastion, your arms are a little bit strained. You're already still quite wet, so gripping on.
That's a good point. Because I'm hanging from the handlebars, they'll see my scaly arms for the first time.
Depends on how well covered your suit is. Make a perception check.
Well, it's the fact that it's my free running suit, so it has loose sleeves on it.
In any case,
So the sleeve will pull down a little bit when I'm hanging from something.
If Jean and Wolf want to make a perception check whilst they are struggling with their own.
What's relieved? Doing that thing where his arms are like.
So DJ doesn't notice. Wolf doesn't notice. He's too busy. Sean, however, notices. He notices.
Yeah, I notice.
Like, he doesn't just see that you've got scales. He sees that pretty much because your sleeves have
My arms
down.
My arms are like green and scaly.
Yeah, you notice that he's got scales all the way down his arms and even creeping onto, just about creeping onto the back of his hand.
Just creeping onto my hand.
Yeah. You notice this just as Wolf makes does a couple of rungs. And slips because his hands are so wet from the previous thing, and he falls right into the water, the almighty splash.
No.
Jean, you just sort of look at the bars. You know full well this is not going to go well for you, and you make a determined effort, and you sort of decide to jump for like the 5th rung, hoping that will get you points because you got further along. You grab onto it, you manage. But again, just like Wolf, and the fact that your momentum was a bit higher, you go flying off. And it was just as you were plummeting that you notice Bastion's arms being quite scaly. As you
does John do this? Does Philippe do this thing where he goes to grab and goes, oh? Falls off.
So as I launch myself, I go, whoa! And then I fall. It still counts!
So,
does that mean we now have to do swimming checks
yes,
to swim to the other side?
Yes, John and Wolf, you need to make swimming checks.
Whilst I'm just sitting on the other side, like, what's those two doing?
I mean, unless Bastion, you want to help them.
I mean, do I want to dive in and help them swim? No.
3 hits.
If they start drowning.
1 miss.
Yeah. Jean-Philippe is straight up drowning. Like, he does not know how to swim, as it turns out.
God damn, I better go back and help him.
Help Philippe.
I do a little bit.
Yeah,
Just not after falling off really huge bars.
Yeah, that's a critical failure. That's a critical failure. You've not
What?
only just you're not like
Is
at
Wolf
the
helping
surface.
John?
The thing is, you're not at the surface. This was like one of those proper pools, and you've gone right down to the deep end. And
Oh,
What
yeah,
do I have?
sure.
What do I have to roll to go back and help him? Like strength and swimming together, or
I will, since your roll for swimming was actually really good, I will let you use. Let me get your thing up. You know
I've
what?
got diving,
Actually-
seeing as I need to dive.
Actually, do another swimming check, because that's another strength check.
So just do another of 5.
Yeah, another
I'll kind of-
dice.
In the meantime,
Please.
I'll cut my Naginata out on the other end. It's like, come on,
hits,
get over here.
1 miss.
So Wolf, seeing that Jean is under the water and bubbles are coming out this guy's mouth, and he's obviously not going to get back up to the surface. Wolf, just as he is just about got out the pool, he dives back in, and you see Jean, Wolf swimming towards you, his army clothes coming out behind him, and he sort of gets you around the chest and drags you back up. You
No,
just,
we need Baywatch music.
Bastion, don't. You guys are the worst. You're so distracting.
Oh, guys, I'm dying.
Oh, where did
Well, it's too late. Philippe's just died, guys.
where did Arcade go?
Man down, man
He
down.
must have DC'd, like his internet probably went out.
Okay. Oh dear.
So now Jean-Philippe is
We'll see
actually
for now that Philippe's just kind of
Oh,
unconscious on the ground, like blah, 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 blah.
yeah. Hold on.
Oh god, the stream.
Yep.
It's
There you go. You could have pretty.
Hey.
You could have pretty background instead.
He's recovered consciousness. Guys,
Brilliant. Hello.
Talk about drowning.
So yeah, Philippe does in fact. He coughs a bit back to life. You know, a bit of water actually spilling out of his lungs as he had taken a breath of water there.
odd.
So yeah, that was not fun, Jean. That was not fun. And because
mate. When we get out of here, I'm sending you for swimming with.
and because you did it in one round, I'm going to I'm going to assume that you didn't take any damage because Wolf got to you fast enough.
Thank you.
You owe me one.
As they get to the edge, I pull Wolf and Philippe up with the knight. As Wolf grabs onto my Naginata and I pull him up.
Right. So yeah.
I look at Philippe and I'm going, try not to drown.
So yeah, we're making.
You're not the one who had to pull him back.
So yeah.
Because I did well enough on the course.
Just as you sort of struggle out and
Like, give passion deaths there.
Jean's got his breath back now. There is a swing rope. Fortunately, it's not over water this time. It's just over a bit of sand. So this one is.
Because it's going to be terrible seeing as the fact we're all soaked and it's sand.
Yep.
What's sand, guys?
It's
Enjoy.
a basic strength check, guys. It's just straight up strength.
Cool. Yeah, by the way, what do body checks constitute?
Taking a number of hits. So when you take a hit, that's
One hit.
okay. Cool. One hit.
One hit.
Oh.
Yep. You guys-
Bastion was cut off.
You guys are all fine. You know, you've just done the previous thing. You're fine. You swing over. Bastion a little bit more gracefully than Wolf or Jean, but you will get to the other side. The next bit you get to is it's a high wall, purposely taller than all three of you.
Put together.
You have to see whether that's the case.
You know, I
No,
could just use
no,
my
it's
depth
not.
power and run up this without you guys, but
No, it's not.
Let's see how tall this thing is. I'm gonna do a perception check.
I'm up for
I'm gonna have a perception check as well, just to because something seems off about this wall to me.
that. Is there a
One
way to
hit.
do
I
a
got
visual
one
perception
hit.
check? Thanks for that.
Oh, why couldn't I get these good of a rolls like guy?
I despaired of you guys and that guard.
I got one hit. How tall is it?
Okay. I don't even know what you did.
2 hits, 1 miss.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So
1 hit, 1 miss.
you got 2 hits actually there.
Oh yeah, 2. My
so
mistake. Didn't see
DJ,
that.
you work it out. It is about 2 people's height. You know.
No, but I'm looking for if there's any way through the wall aside from knocking it.
It's a solid wall, mate. It is
Okay,
straight
good.
up a solid
I want
wall.
to make sure the cannon didn't put anything up its sleeve there.
And I was just checking if there was anything around the wall or anything suspicious about the wall.
It's extremely like you put your hand to the wall and this thing has been polished to within an inch of its life. Like
Right, so it's really difficult to climb up.
Like you also like put your hand across it and you get this sense that this thing has been also polished. This is a polished stone wall. It is incredibly shiny.
Well, this is gonna be fun to go up.
How do you guys want
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Hang on, I say. Bastion, do you think you can get up this on your own?
I can give it a shot.
So what if you try and help us both get over there, and then you can go over there by yourself?
Very well. Lead the way.
So
I shall.
So how are you gonna help each other over the wall?
So they're helping each other first. So
I
I'll let them help each
could.
other.
You're gonna do the
I
typical
could.
boost?
Bastion could help me up on. Then I could pull Jean up and throw him over.
Suggestion: how heavy is Philippe?
I'm fairly lightweight, I think.
He's,
Like,
he's an
Could
average
Philippe
human.
just piggyback on top of wall?
You guys are all sort of average humans. Bastion and Wolf are perhaps a little bit on the heavier side just due to the fact that you guys are quite heavily muscled. But you know,
Well, if
Saying,
it's
like, he's not muscled whatsoever. Could he go on the back of Wolf, considering how heavily muscled he is?
oh yeah, I'll make you roll perhaps a strength plus agility check just to make sure that you guys can actually balance each other and you don't just
Wolf,
fall
how good
off
is your
the wall.
agility?
My agility's 5.
No numbers.
You might as well do it then, considering your strength is basically 6.
No numbers, guys. No
I mean,
numbers.
what?
Ah.
Metagame? No, I never.
it's about average. If I had to rate it out of a certain scale,
With all
no.
due respect, we can probably see that Philippe is light and that Wolf is very strong.
That's a fair assumption, yeah.
Basically, we can pretty much tell that don't put people on my shoulders. Let's put them on his.
Okay, Wolf, here's the plan. You climb up on Philippe's shoulders.
So, I'm assuming that Wolf is giving Jean a boost.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wolf, make a strength plus agility check.
So that will be my strength plus my agility then?
Yep.
So that will be...
Jean, if you want to help, you can roll your agility dice. However, if you fail, you will off-balance Wolf.
I think I'll leave it to Wolf.
How did you do?
3 hits, 4 misses?
Maybe I shouldn't have left it to
Like, help
Wolf.
Want to retcon that? Want to add the agility
Can I,
dice?
can I help Wolf?
No, I'll play it as it lies. I'm fine. It's just a little bit of a
sure. We'll
fall.
see Philippe fall from the...
This
Yeah,
is why we should have gone for...
yeah. Wolf, you know, again, he's been working as a lone wolf for a while, so he's not quite so used to working as a team. This thing called team is a bit foreign again, but yeah. You know,
I am by
you
definition...
you get your hands there, and John puts his foot in your hands, and you're just about to sort of push him up, when your grip breaks. whether it's just because John has a whole load of water in his boot and you're also soaking wet, probably why. And John falls off your hand backwards and flat on his back.
I kind of just look at this and I'm like, oh.
Well, that went well.
Would you like to try again?
I'm up for it if you are.
You know, John gets up. He's like, ugh, sand. Ugh, no. You know, sand is literally everywhere. It's sticking to you now.
All in your clothes.
But you know, you brush the most annoying of it away as Wolf sort of tries to dry off his hands to try and make it a bit easier to grip.
Now they're sandy.
2 hits, 1 miss.
I'm also going to help out. 1 miss.
1 miss.
Handy.
This time.
Yeah, great work, great work.
You managed to
Can I help
balance.
out with this one?
You managed to balance.
Wait,
however,
what if Bastion helps pushes him up as well?
Make a strength check.
Yeah, he should be able to help steady me.
Make a strength check. Add your dice to the pool. They're currently at 0 hits because the misses took away their hits.
Damn it.
Okay.
Come on, crit fail.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So Jean gets stands in the hand.
I'm not helping you guys at every single time this happens.
You guys manage to balance each other. Like you're like perfectly balanced. However, Wolf, for some reason, he just can't lift. He got into a bit of an awkward position. He can't actually lift John upwards until Bastion comes along and just basically puts one hand under Wolf's hand and one hand on John's backside and just tries to launch them up.
Seems like Bastion is getting a bit handsy there.
Bastion's probably a little bit irritated by now. He's quite used to like people being able to just jump over walls. So
I'm used to people to be able to do their job.
oh, Bastion's being
Hey, I
salty.
can do my job. Just
I climb up next.
Just in a while.
Sean.
I made it very clear that this job was allowed to be fake.
Yeah. So Jean, you get to the top of the wall. There's about a foot of space at the top of the wall. You can either stay at the top of the wall or you can drop down if you like.
I can what, sorry?
You can stay at the top of the wall and attempt to help your 2 comrades, or you can get down on the other side of the wall.
What do you guys think? Do you think I should help you out, or should I just go down? How are you feeling?
Are you strong enough to lift us?
Probably not.
Then please move yourself to the other side of the wall.
This I shall do. I drop down.
Yep.
And I'll try to climb to the top and help Wolf up when I get up there. So let's roll some dice.
So Bastion,
Which
are you just climbing by yourself?
I'm climbing myself first so I can help Wolf up.
Are you using your wall running ability, or are you saving that?
I'm saying no.
Okay, so make a climbing check.
Climbing, okay.
And minus 2 dice because it's an incredibly difficult wall. Oh yeah, I forget you guys don't have climbing for this one. Gymnastics then.
Yeah, how many dice?
Gymnastics then.
Yeah, I was about to say there
It's a
isn't.
9.
Can't see climbing check.
I have climbing urban, don't I?
As a skill?
Yeah. No, because I have a free running thing instead.
Yeah, you have free running. So
Yeah.
oh,
Okay, so I'll use my then.
yeah, that's why it's only minus 2 dice and not minus 3 dice, because I'm giving you an extra dice for the fact that you are a parkour person. But then again,
Okay, so that's 1 miss, 2.
no, you get to the top of the wall. It's a little bit of a scrabble. You get oil on your hands. It's kind of annoying. But you get to the top of the wall.
I wipe it off to make sure that my hands are nice and dry. Looking at you, Wolf, and you, Jean, before I pull Wolf up.
All right.
If that is, of course, he gets up here, but we'll see.
Wolf, Do you want to just make a leap for Bastion, or are you gonna attempt to, attempt to climb the wall whilst being helped by Bastion? How do you want to get up the wall?
I was going to make a jump, as like obviously would put his hand out for me to pull me up, and just kind of climb up that way
Okay.
and kind of reach for his hand.
Make a strength plus agility check, and Bastion, make a strength plus reaction check.
Got it.
Because you're trying to pull this guy up, but you're also trying to catch each other.
Wait, does that mean that I would have to do a reaction check as
Nope, you're doing a agility check.
well? Okay.
Two hits, one miss. Two miss, one hits.
Okay.
I got
Wolf,
4 hits and 1 miss.
So Bastion nearly misses that catch. He very nearly misses that catch. Fortunately, Wolf was fast enough to sort of. He jumped high enough to clasp onto the wrist, so that
Jumps
Bastion can now
much too quickly for me to react to, but I just managed to kind of.
Basically, Wolf jumps up. You're trying to grab onto him, and Wolf just manages to grab there, and you sort of grab there and you pull him up.
So yeah, come up once.
You're both on top of the wall. You drop down, and you can see the finish line from here. Yeah. And
I make a perception visual check to make sure there's nothing gonna screw us up before the finish.
Go for it.
I was also about to do the same.
Make a perception check.
Like, this is the literal check for trap.
This is right. Let's see what's gonna fuck up. Do I see anything? 2 hits
Okay.
and no misses. Oh, Bastion.
4 hits, no.
Okay. Jean-Philippe?
I literally didn't look before I leapt. Fun.
So Jean has just run off to the finish line, I'm guessing, then.
Yeah,
John's just like,
as you do.
Bastion, you look ahead, you don't see any traps per se, but you realise that the floor, like, there's an uphill running thing, uphill hill. It's not a hill, it's a running machine on a rather large scale, and it's rolling down the hill. So you've got to run against a rolling hill. Make running checks,
okay,
guys.
before Jean gets to it, I do yell to him, "There's a running machine over there."
Jean is just
and
pounding
I
forward.
leap down and run ahead and yeah.
Yep.
Running check.
Running checks.
So we've now all jumped down and now we need to do running checks.
Yep, running checks up a moving hill.
Please be good, please be good.
It's a treadmill, so does this count as urban?
3, 4, 5.
Wow.
5 hits, 2 misses.
Wolf is on fire here. Oh, here we go again.
Is this an urban check? Because it's a running machine.
I'm not counting it as urban. It is just a giant running machine.
Okay.
There you go. Jean-Philippe is back.
Did Jean just completely critical hit again?
Well,
Hey, look, I don't know what happened with that one.
the internet certainly did.
Oh no, I got 3 misses, 1 hit. 3 misses, 2.
I would like to argue for an extra dice for myself because I didn't check. I'm not running. I'm sprinting. So
Okay.
I want my bonus dice.
Okay, I will give you an extra 2 dice because you are full tilt sprinting up this hill.
Damn, I actually got 6 hits and 2 misses.
I shouldn't have taken those extra dice. 2 misses.
Because
Am I the only one that makes it to the top?
You can see what I got.
Oh.
So,
you don't quite. You make DJ makes Wolf makes it halfway up the hill. He just stormed ahead. Bastion, you weren't quite expecting it to be quite as fast as this, but you get your footing. John, you weren't even paying attention. You just completely and utterly, you charge forward, willing this to be over. And you take your first foot, put your first foot on the treadmill, and you fall flat on your face. And you basically do that thing like a dog that doesn't want to go for the bath and just sort of.
Does anyone have a slower wasted effect so we can put it on John's tab?
Sorry.
Does anyone have like a wasted thing that we can put on John's tab? Right?
Sadly, I think that'd be copyrighted, but yeah, basically, John, you're just like, God damn it, damn, bloody.
When your legs don't work like they used to be.
And in French maybe. Everybody make one more and make another running check.
Okay.
It's a significant hill. Not like you two who have like high rolls. Now that Jean is actually aware of what he's doing, you can have an extra dice, Jean.
Damn. I
got 3 hits.
4 hits.
I got a hit.
Yay!
So, Bastion, how many was that for you?
I got 4 hits. John got 2.
Okay, so Wolf.
I got 3 hits and no misses.
Okay, Wolf, you get to the top. Easy peasy. You know, you bust this one out. Bastion, after your initial surprise, you managed to get to the top. It takes you a little longer than Wolf. Wolf is surprisingly fast up a hill, as it turns out. You are now aware of what you're doing. You've actually got 2 hits, not 1 hit. So instead,
again, very aware.
So you're like, you sort of do it almost like a circle in the sand. You rear yourself up and you sprint back up the hill again. You get about a third of the way up. Make another running check. Same dice.
I cheer him on. Does he get a bonus die?
You're gonna leadership him.
1 hit, 1 miss.
Can I use that leadership?
Go on then. Use your leadership.
Okay, leadership.
John, you don't fall down the hill. You're keeping pace with the hill.
Just running on the spot.
And leadership, you're going to try and encourage him and like tell him some of your running techniques. Lean yourself forward a little bit. That'll help.
Yeah, just help me make that one last push.
There you go. That was 13d6 because I'm really good at leadership.
So
how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits, 2.
Oh, brilliant! So, John, you hear Bastion's like, "Come on, John, you can do this. Lean yourself forward."
No, I'll say it. Move faster, you French slow bastard.
Come on, guys, catch up. If I can make it, you.
Give me a little bit of instruction, then. You have to tell him how to run better, how to run faster.
First, you must breathe not through your lungs, but through your diaphragm. And I indicate to my diaphragm, so he knows which bit it is, because he's not used to English.
So,
Sean, then, you must lean forward. Put your weight into your running.
So
then, you must run faster.
So
Try with all your might.
John's, and you sort of psych yourself up. You lean forward a little bit so that your weight's moving a bit forward, and you actually get up another third of the thing. So you're 2/3 up. You're nearly there. You can see the finish line, John. One more running check, and
keep going, or I'll finish already, and get your money as well.
I'm going to give you 3 extra dice because, that was quite good. That was quite good leadership. That was a really good roll.
And I'm just sitting at the top, twiddling my thumb. I would help, but Bastion's
completely blank. No hits, no miss.
Again, for some reason, you're keeping up with the thing. You're keeping up.
I make another leadership roll.
You've already made a leadership roll. I will give.
Okay, no, I'm pretty sure.
John,
can I encourage this man?
No, you've already done your leadership roll. You can do one more, Jean.
One more, okay.
One more with 4 dice this time.
What if I do a perception check to see if there's any rope around or something, or a stop button?
You can do a perception check if you like.
I'm going to see if there's anything around to help out.
Not that
3 hits, 1 miss.
not that Jean needs it
Oh.
anymore. He's managed to get to the top, and you breathe a sigh of relief. You're like, this is not what you are built for. You are built for talking. But you get to the top of the hill.
This is John.
Wolf, you do in fact look around, and you find a button which says "Push to complete."
Press.
Awesome. And just out of the opposite wall, you're not
Bang.
entirely
Dies
sure.
instantly.
You're not entirely sure how he got there so fast, but Mr. Johnson comes out of a booth, and he goes, "Well done. Not too bad. Obviously not to your skills, Mr. Philippe, but a good effort. A good effort. It's nice to see that you haven't lost your touch, Wolf. Right.
No.
I guess you guys would be wanting to clean up, and he's sort of this rather strict looking fellow smirks a bit at your misfortune in the water and the sand.
How about you go for it and see how you feel off?
I did already.
I turn to him and I say, Monsieur, we have a word in France, merci. It means thank you, but I tell you now, merci.
He finds out extremely funny. He laughs. He's like, I feel like the next part will be certainly more to your taste, Philippe.
I stand there and I face palm and I'm just like, oh my god, who did I hire?
For the first time in the campaign, Bastion laughs.
I believe you will find him very useful for the next for our next section of our test. If you come this way, please.
So look at Bastion weirdly as he's laughing, and I'm just like, what?
Bastion loves puns.
So yeah, he leads you three into where he obviously had just come from, and you see like these like five. There's 5 booths. He goes, if you would step into one of these booths, I suggest you leave your guns in there's like little cubby bits just next to it. Anything that you don't want, just put them in there.
I'm going to keep my weapon. Do we get our normal clothes back, Bob?
Oh yeah. You notice that all your clothes are in that little cubby bit, beautifully neatly folded. And
I'm guessing most of us are pretty wet at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get dressed.
Well, he goes, sir, honestly, jump in the booth. They'll get you cleaned up. All the clothes will be nice and clean and tidy by the time you come out. That's kind of the point. And he said, and just to show.
I would like to get out of this chef's uniform that we've been wearing this entire time.
He takes his gun out. He puts it in the cubby. He locks it up, and he steps into one of the booths himself just to prove a point. He switches it on.
Yeah, I got to get cleaned up. I get my clothes changed over.
Turns out it's a decontamination unit. Basically,
Oh yeah.
sort of jets sort of stream out from over each side, sprays down, and then it goes red, and he just stands there, and he gets like a comb out. He starts sort of brushing his hair back into place, and about 5 minutes of you guys watching with somber music, you come out, and his clothes are pristine. He is pristine. He looks like he just walked out like a human dry cleaner.
God damn, if only we had these back in my day.
I come out of the decontamination unit. I go, I hate decontamination.
Fortunately, this is not a proper decontamination unit. That would require well, it requires you to be completely naked, and there's no privacy with those.
Yes, and I'm sure you would like that. Let me get my clothes back.
I start to unbutton my shirt and say, did someone say we need to be naked?
No, Jean! No!
No.
No! 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 Please keep your shirt on. I swear I will have to dig my eyes out.
That is not a mental image I wish to see.
Just do exactly what I did. I did not take off my jacket at all. Just go in. It will dry you off. It's
By
a
this
human
point,
dryer.
John's already naked.
Yep, Bastion already looks actually, you look really quite. Your running suit is now actually really quite neat. Like it's got all the sand off. It's got all the sweat off. It's actually, you smell pleasant now, which is nice. Wolf, do you go through the decontamination, or do you decide that you're going to stay wet and smelly?
No, I go in and go in the decontamination.
Cool. So again, Wolf now looks better than he has ever looked, because frankly, the last time you saw him, he was drunk.
Is he shower singing whilst he's in a decontained chamber?
Do any of you sing in the shower? Does Jean sing in the shower?
Singing
Of course.
I'm
Allons enfants de la patrie, de gloire.
my singing
So you guys,
better than John's.
you all come out of decontamination. Jean is looking particularly shiny because Jean always keeps a brush, much like
Because Jean is Jean.
Johnson. So yeah, you swept your hair back into its proper form, straightened your look. Do you get into your normal clothes, or do you stay in your running suit, army suit?
Before we do that, when Philippe comes out of the decon chamber, does he go? Maybe it's him. Maybe it's Jean Philippe.
Yes, he does exactly that. Word to the left.
And then you have me who just ignores them and goes and gets in clothes.
Hey, Jean, if you want to make a singing check to see how much Wolf and Bastion actually enjoy your singing.
Yes, I do. I've never wanted anything more in my life.
Do it.
While they do that, I'm getting changed.
So yeah, you're getting changed into your normal civvies. Bastion, you getting into your civvies?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see how well your performance plus singing does, which is 7 dice.
I put my trench coat back on, I throw my hood back.
Sorry, I accidentally added my piano. 1 sec.
Piano. Just start playing your piano.
2 hits, 1 miss.
Okay.
It's pleasant. You don't exactly understand what he's singing about, but it's all right.
This French string. This French. Give us a moment. This French singing is strange, but I like it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He was also singing.
Sorry,
in the
I was
shower
so used to
with
listening to
high-powered
French there
jets.
for a moment. I tried to speak it.
Yeah, there was also like high-powered jets going on, so it was a bit more difficult to like properly sing, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. The Johnson now goes, brilliant, you all look respectable. Right, you all need to pass through this door and find Sergeant Fisher. He's your next instructor, so to speak. Leave my chamber at once, sirs. He does it in an overly dramatic way to be funny.
Walks out.
It gives.
By the way, you weren't funny.
No, but you were when you fell into the water.
Please tell me you don't have that on film.
Oh yeah, we totally don't have that on film.
God damn it. Colonel's never going to let me down.
So yeah, Wolf strides past this conversation happening. He goes through the door into the next room. I'm guessing you guys follow him. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get into the next room. Everything is sort of industrial, whitewashed down. It's metal and white, basically. Everything is that colour. You see sort of a bunch of offices along one wall. It's a big long corridor with a bunch of offices. Presumably, one of them has Sergeant Fisher in it. You do notice that a lot of the doors actually have like labels on them. So as you're going down,
Perception check.
go on then, perception check.
Yeah. I also make a perception check to
Yep,
see which
same.
one.
I love how it all went from last week not doing a single perception check in the labs to always doing a perception check.
Yeah, I remember that.
One hit.
I remember also being one of the only people who did make perception checks.
You still didn't see
Funny that.
anything, but
Still saw nothing.
to be honest, I built this for extra dice rolling, so you guys can get used to dice rolling. So I do not mind if you want to if you want to be extra pernickety and perceptiony.
I do
Normal
3
roll.
perception checks.
2 hits, 2 misses.
Okay,
6 hits, no.
okay, and Wolf.
Jesus. I got 1 hit. I think it was. Yeah.
So Bastion, being the proverbial human radar that he is being at the moment, takes down the corridor, and he finds an office with Sergeant Fisher on it. Amusingly enough, it's even got a little fishing rod. You don't know whether that was his choice to put a fishing rod on his door, or whether somebody was making a joke. But there's a fishing rod on his door.
Okay. So this is the guy we meant to interrogate.
Yeah. Well, this is your next instructor.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I just go in there and I knock first, actually.
Okay, so you knock and you hear, "Hold on 1 second." And you hear a few drawers being sort of closed and that sort of thing, and a few papers being rustled. You don't quite hear the footsteps until he opens the door, and he looks down at you. He's a tall 6'1" gentleman. He's elvish, as it turns out, and he's got this extremely gelled, slicked back hair into a pompadour haircut.
I love this guy already.
He's got like yellow eye contact, and he's wearing a biker outfit.
It's funny because I'm looking down at him.
If you want to find out anything more about this chap on first sight, or later on, you can make perception plus logic checks.
Perception check visual or perception check normal?
Just perception plus logic.
Okay, sure.
You guys can all make this check if you want to.
Still 10d6.
5, 8. One hit, 1 miss.
That's 1 miss and 3 hits.
Okay. Is John making a?
He is.
Did
2
you say
hits.
this guy? Did you say this guy's 6'1"?
6'1".
This dude looks like a full 6'3" version of Johnny from.
He's also elvish as well. For some reason you can't put your finger
And he has
on
elf
it.
ears. And you
You can't put your finger on it, but he's definitely corporate. We're not sure which corporate, but he's corporate.
so I don't know which corporation he is.
You guys can tell he's not army, but he's corporate. That's all you can tell.
I'm just curious to know if he's one of the corporate people that is against me in particular.
You mean if he's from the
Yeah.
computer company? You don't see anything particularly of the computer company. You don't see anything that would.
Okay, I'm going to keep my guard up.
You don't see anything that's particularly dangerous to you.
Yeah.
Yes. How can I help you?
We were told to come to you.
Ah. Did
You
just-
are our next instructor.
Ah, right. Yes. I've got the next task for you. Are any of you good at talking?
Yes.
I think at this moment we both just look at John.
And I bow as they point and look at me.
Flippin' bards. Anyway, yes. I feel this is
I'm good at
Sorry? Bastion?
I'm good at intimidating people, not talking to them.
That may
Same.
also come in use as well. So, your
I
next,
just look scary.
your next task. And he sort of guides you back down the corridor. Turns out the corridor didn't just go one way; it went all the way the other way as well. So he guides you all the way back down the corridor. He's like, right, our next. So, Wolf, do you remember your old army days? Do you remember those times when you were told to keep some information and basically an instructor would come along and try to intimidate it out of you?
Yep, never gave up once.
I'm sure you didn't. But anyway, we've got a new recruit. We're trying to see where his level is at the moment. He's coming from a from a different background, so we're trying to see how he will handle this, so we can improve on it. So he's been given information that he must keep absolutely to himself at all costs, and your job is to extract it from him within. I'll give you 15 minutes with the lad. No.
What specific information are we trying to extract?
He has the. So, what you need to do is you need to find out the password and the file name. You don't know what's in the file, but you need to get a file name and a password from him. Also, and he looks to especially Bastion and Wolf. No physical contact. He is absolutely physically. This is not a physical task. We have other tasks for that.
But we can threaten him, and so yes.
Oh, you can threaten him. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the point.
I kind of tap the blade of my naginata against the wall. Good.
But no harming the lad. All right. We actually, he's new. We're trying to see where he is at. He's not a fully trained soldier like you are, Wolf. This is one of those.
So we're giving him a softer approach, perhaps.
Mentally, I don't mind how far you go, but if you physically harm the lad, then it's a problem.
This is fine. I already have something in mind, guys. We got this.
Didn't you take point, Sean?
Absolutely. I want to go to the room. If it is all right with you, I want you two to wait outside at first. I'm going to be friendly with him. I'm going to be nice with him. If this does not work, I want to call you in. That moment will be very intimidating. I will bring down heavy. I will say the words. I want you to be completely silent.
A game plan here.
Yes, go on.
John, obviously you go in first. You are the wisest and the best talker here. Try to treat him nicely and see what we can do. Next, you bring me in. I shall be a threat, and then, if he does not give us the proper information, perhaps we can deceive him into thinking that our army fellow here is coming in to take him away as he has failed the exercise in some form or matter.
This is a wonderful plan. A easy plan.
Right. Considering how long we've been going, I'm going to give you guys a 10-minute break.
Thank God.
This seems like a good place to give a break. So, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, and we will be back.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice we're doing well this session.
Where were these rolls when we were fighting that guy?
I know.
Indeed.
You're just kind of like, oh my god.
See you in 10
Hopefully,
minutes.
unlike the other army personnel we saw,
Hello and welcome back to Shadowrun. Our dear members had just gotten their next task to intimidate and extract information from a budding young soldier without physically harming him. He notes that very, very distinctly.
Due to our incident,
Yeah. So, yes, Jean-Philippe starts towards the door. There's a plain door. It's and there's obviously one-way glass on the other side as well. So everybody else can look in, but he obviously cannot look out. He is currently strapped to a chair. Well, a figure is strapped to the chair with a bag over his head. Typical hostage style.
He's strapped in with Doug. Just doesn't know yet.
All you can see is a figure strapped to a chair, and he's got a black bag over his head. Typical hostage style position. Making moves.
Right, so I gesture to the others just to sort of keep a close eye, and then I head into the room. So I'll obviously go on.
So yeah, you walk into the room, and as you close the door behind you, he jumps. Who's there?
And so I just say out, don't worry, my name is Philippe. Let's get that bag off your head. And then I go to take the bag off his head.
So he
how are you doing so far? I think the bag was a bit of overkill, no?
He as he obviously starts to hear you come towards him, he's obviously a bit surprised and he's not entirely sure what's going on. But you remove the bag off his head. Make a perception check.
Be the same freaking guy we were with the last time.
Totally, it's totally.
it's like, yeah, it's the guy from earlier.
Okay, so
It's actually
2
Wolf.
hits.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you know what you.
It was like in the 30 seconds it took you to walk in, they've put me in there.
So
when
what
you're not
you
looking.
gain off him just from first looks, you know, he's got this basic grey army jogging suit on. He's got this black hair that's rather messed up now that he's just had a bag pulled over his head, and he's got scars about his eyes. You're not sure what's happened there, but there's scars along like the sides of his face, and on the back of his hand there's a rather large scar on the back of his hand. You're not entirely sure what that might have been from, but there it is. Yeah. So he looks up at you and he goes, You don't look army. Don't even look corporate. Who the heck are you?"
So I'm neither of those. I'm just here to make sure that you're doing fine, to just double check everything's going well, you know. Just talk to you about this thing. Have they told you much about the assignment? Have they said to you what you're supposed to be doing?
Well, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not entirely sure you do.
Well, of course, you know, this is about, you know, it's to do with the interrogation and to find out the information. Did they tell you about, you know, you have to keep the information secret? Did they tell you it's in art? Did they tell them? What did they tell you about?
Well, it wouldn't be. Well, it wouldn't be much of a secret if I went around telling things. Now, would it?
Oh, no, but of course. But what you need to understand, my friend, is I just want you to be relaxed and comfortable. You know, don't be under the impression that you're the one necessarily being tested. What this is about is just to see if we can get the information. You know, we can go on a long and boring journey, and I can bring people in, and we can play back and forth. Or, you know, you want a nice afternoon off, I want the afternoon off. Why don't you just, you know, let us know the file, let us know the password. No, just be nice and friendly. It's not a test of you, it's of me.
I want to thump on the glass so they can hear it, just to kind of make him jolt a bit.
He jolts back and goes, "Back. All right. Well." Jean, make yourself your very first persuasion check.
Does he get any bonus because I made the guy slightly intimidated or scared?
Nope.
Okay.
A negotiation. Jean. Or cost. Actually, negotiation, actually. Definitely negotiation.
As it is, they're the same amount. Six hits, one miss.
So he looks distinctly uncomfortable with the situation. And he's like, "What do you want the file for?"
So the reason we want the file is it's not to do anything harmful. What I'm going to do is be able to say, hey, I'm going to go to your boss and say, okay, you know, he did the interrogation, he did very well, of course. This is the file name, this is a... It's just to check that we are interrogating the right person, testing the right person. It's nothing to do with you, it's all to do with us. So, you know, it's not going to go to anyone bad, it's not going to go to hurt anything. It's just going to go to someone who already knows the information.
He is going to judge intentions on you to see just how much you are talking complete nonsense. If you want to, you can do a performance check.
Okay, well.
To pretend like you totally, you know, it's totally not going to come back on him.
So once just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits, no misses.
Oh my god, the air horns, guys.
He really does not know what to make of you. You know, you are definitely not. He knows that you're not army, and he knows you're not corporate, but he still can't work out what it is about you that's what you might be after. So he leans back and goes, "What do you want to know about it?"
Okay, let's start with something simple, something so you can say, oh, I didn't, you know, tell them. What is the name of the files that they have given you?
He's gonna try and negotiate you. I'll tell you the file if you tell me your name, your real name.
Got hit by the ball.
Why would you like to know that?
So that if I get screwed over later, I know who to send the bill to.
Oh, we got you. Tell him.
I think this is more than fair. My full name, my name that I can be reached, my name that is my name is Jean. And then there's a little hyphen. Writing this down, have you got this? Jean Philippe.
Well, I can't exactly write it down. I'm somewhat tied up at the moment.
Ah, but of course you are. Perhaps you would like to not be tied up anymore. Perhaps if you give us the file name, if you give us this, then we can all go home and have a nice night.
I doubt they're going to let me go home. It doesn't work that way. Maybe you're a civilian negotiator or some vigilante, maybe even a Shadowrunner, but it don't work that way. But
Okay, so that's fair. But anything's got to be better than just being sitting here tied up.
you know what? You told me your name. He is gonna judge intentions to see whether you, in fact, told him your real
Insight,
name.
yeah.
Make another performance check.
Four hits, 2 misses.
He knows something fishy. He knows there's something fishy about that.
But did he tell us the right file name?
He hasn't told you a file name yet. He suspects something. He suspects something dodgy. Well, it's definitely the right region. You definitely sound French, but I think you're giving me a shadow name. And as much as a person who's tied up can, he sort of leans back, sort of almost as if he had just played a move in chess. You also realize at this point
friend.
he's also dwarven, may I add.
So I just sort of sigh and say, "Oh, my friends, you have got me." That is, of course, I was trying to not lie, but to be slightly... That's my business name. You'll judge me correctly. I will tell you my real name, not my full name. My real name, once I get the file name. Is this fair?
You really think it's gonna be that easy? Of course I can't take that one. You'll take the file name and you run. Ain't that stupid?
Well, how do I know that you will give me the file name?
Well, it's not as if I can run off.
I tell you what. I give you my...
The two of us, you can get up, you can leave the room, you can disappear, you can leave this facility. I cannot.
I tell you what, I will give you my first name, you will give me the file name, I will give you my surname. Well, how about that?
Alright. I'll take that. What is your first name?
My first name is Pierre.
He's gonna judge intentions to see whether he believes that's actually your real name. Yep, he sees clarity in your eyes. Yep. Very well. That seems about right for you. Horizon.
I'm going to roll intentions to see if he's telling me the right file name.
Go for it.
Four hits, 3 misses.
He seems on a level. He seems like he's calculating. Like he's certainly measuring you up. But he seems on a level. And your surname?
Thank you for that. My surname is Gastion. So the name, Philippe Gastion.
Gastion. Philippe Gastion. Well, certainly an interesting name. And you said your business name is Jean-Philippe?
Yes, Jean-Philippe is my business name. You see, it's similar enough that I will not forget it, but, you know, that's how lies work. You're a smart person. You take the truth, you change it slightly.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to know your name so I can... Well, hopefully I do not need to send you a bill.
Don't worry, there won't be anything like that. Saying we are being very calm, very friendly. I've given you that in exchange for... I've given you that in exchange for the file name. Sorry, mind went blank. What would you like in exchange for the password to this file name?
That's when you're gonna have to try a bit harder to get. I'm sure that there's at least one person who could hack that file. I'm sure you didn't come without the ability to break into a file.
Well, I mean, that's
or did you bring
the
brains and
thing.
muscle?
That's the thing. We can get into the file. You've given me the name. I don't want to
How long have
have
it taken so far?
to bring someone in. I don't want to have to make everything complicated. How about you just tell me this name? You know we've got enough to go on. How about we just end this little game and you tell me this, and we do this the easy way. We don't have to escalate this. I don't have to bring in my people to say, oh, I've done my bit. You can just say, oh, look, you know, he got the thing. I did my job. He did his. Everyone can be happy.
And at this moment, I turn to Bastions. Maybe it's time the muscle goes in before Jean ends up giving his entire life story and his credit card details away.
Give him a moment, then I shall bust down the.
The dwarven fellow in front of you. He's sort of looking. His eyes darting all over your person. He is really trying to glean as much information as possible from you. He even looks down at your wrist, at the watch that you ceremoniously always carry on your wrist, as if to sort of try and judge the amount of time. And he suddenly goes a bit more quiet. You can judge.
You have one.
If you like.
No, I don't need to judge intentions. I'm fine. I just say to him, "This is your last chance. The file name, the easy way, or the hard way. You have 5 seconds." I click my fingers and gesture for Bastion to come in.
So how do you enter the room, Bastion?
I'm presuming does the door, like the door I'm entering through, does it?
It's a proper heavy door. It's one of those big fire doors.
Okay, so does it open into the room or does it open outwards towards me?
It opens inward.
Okay, so I'm going to open it inwards with such force that I'm able to push it open, and it slams against the wall.
You know what? Just for dramatic effect, make a strength check.
Just a standard strength.
Just straight up strength.
Just completely flops and breaks his foot.
And he could critically succeed and the door could come flying off the handle as well.
And straight into the.
It's not quite as forceful as you wish it would be, but it definitely hits the other wall and it makes a nice bang as you do so. It's just not quite as dramatic as you perhaps were aiming for.
Okay, so it's not super dramatic, but it's dramatic enough to make the effect work.
Yeah, it'd probably do that. The guy starts.
Okay, so walk in, and I've got my Neganata's already over my shoulder. I'm like, it is a shame you had to bring me in. I enjoy my service quite a lot. And I look, and I'm going to intimidate him with a slight grin, like.
Go on then, make an intimidation check.
Nice.
And I'm gonna roll to resist intimidation.
Okay, that's 2 hits, no misses.
He's not laughing in your face, but it's quite clearly not intimidated by you at the moment. Although you can judge his attention.
So I walk over and I activate my elemental weapon.
Okay. You can judge intentions if you like to try and read his state of mind if you wish.
And I would, yeah, I will. I would.
It's getting a bit hot in there.
You know it's sweet.
My brain is really trying not to sing copyrighted songs right now. So you judge intentions, Bastion, and John if you want to as well.
Okay, so it's 2 misses and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
You realise the reason why he's not intimidated is because he's not afraid of you. He's not afraid of Jean either. But something is clearly...
So he's not afraid of either of us.
He's not afraid of you, but he's afraid of something.
Okay.
Maybe he's heard about me.
Yeah. I kind of walk over and I go, so, as my companion said, and I'm kind of holding the blade up. I'm not gonna nick him or anything, but it's just under his chin so he can feel like the scourging heat of my blade. And I go, or the hard way. It is your choice. The password, now.
Roll another intimidation check.
Okay.
And I am going to take away one of my dice because you've got a flaming hot blade to his neck.
I turn to the instructor guy and go, your guy might be a barbecue stick after this.
Two
If he is,
hits.
you don't get paid. So 2 hits, 1 miss. You beat him. And he visibly starts to shake. Like he was already afraid of something, and something is
Like the grin on my face is just proper.
like he's still not quite afraid of you, but he's afraid of something which now he works out might include you. And he sort of you don't understand. I can't give that information away like that. It's too.
Your password or your life.
He stops and he smirks at you. My life. Without me, you don't get the password.
Without you, we fail this. And yes, perhaps we may fail this, but I can still find you afterwards.
True. But
I lean in and whisper into his ear, "My friend, do you remember how you told me about those hackers? You remember how you told me that we can get the password without you? I think you are perhaps not as secure as you think."
Why do you think they brought somebody in on such short notice? It's not exactly something that's going to wait a whole long time.
I didn't quite hear that one.
It's not exactly something that will wait a long time. It's the reason why they have me here. It's the reason why you are here. It's the reason why you got your... what are you doing that? It's a bloody blade on a stick with fire coming out of it. Like, you a mage? But, yeah. If you don't realise, this will just... Whether you kill me now or whether I get killed later for this, you don't understand. Make one more judge intentions roll.
Sure.
Do I get to judge his intentions as well?
Yes, you can. Anyone who's in the room can judge intentions. Even Wolf can judge intentions. But you would have a -4 because you're A, not in the room, B, you're behind some glass so you can't actually hear too much of the conversation. And you would just be...
4 hits and a miss.
I thought there would have had like a microphone in there, like speakers, and we can hear the entire thing.
You can hear it, it's just not particularly...
1 hit, 1 miss.
4 hits and a miss.
Are you rolling Wolf or you not?
What would I need to roll?
Judge intentions, -4.
What is your normal judge intentions and -4 dice from that?
I think I'm gonna leave the rolling because of the fact I'm not.
Fair enough. So, you know, Wolf is just taking in the information, any he can gather passively. John, you see him trying to steel himself. You're not entirely sure what he's trying to steal himself from, but he's attempting to, but he's failing kind of miserably. The dwarf looks up at Bastion, almost imploringly, almost like he's trying to plead with his eyes not to ask again. And he is. You can tell that there's something wrong with this. Something doesn't add up.
I don't care, I'm here for the money.
That's fair.
I let the blade get a little closer. Can I roll another intimidation check?
Yep, your final intimidation check. See if you can get it out of him.
See, an judge intentions person wouldn't work.
One
for
hit,
the
one
plan.
miss, but it's over the general amount.
Considering I've had to minus dice from my pool, no, that was just about enough. Just. And through a sort of very shaky voice, he's like, alright, just put that blade down, alright?
The password.
Yes, I'll give it to you. Just put the blade down.
I lower the blade a little bit.
He
You
obviously
still feel the heat, but it's not right up in his face, so he can breathe.
Yeah, he breathes a sigh of relief. He's still scared of whatever it was, but the password is never forget, with some numbers in it. I'm sure you can gather which numbers.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, just replace some of the
dear.
letters with numbers.
I think the
Yeah,
E's
yeah.
might be 3s.
You can make a logic check if you like, just to see whether you can gather what he's talking about.
I'm checking. I'm judging his intentions, make sure he's telling us the truth.
You don't even.
I'll do a logic check.
You do not need to even check that. The past intimidations have thoroughly got to him.
Okay.
And
So we've got the password and the file name.
Yeah.
Have you guys got that written down? So, DJ.
1 hit, 1 miss on my logic check.
So the file
The
name was
numbers are
Horizon
different.
and his, and the
yeah.
password is never forget.
But in text
You
speak,
gather
so all the
probably
word,
that,
all
you know,
the
it's a
words
three.
necessary were numbers.
It's at least 1 3 and at least 1 4. So yeah, and the guy is, you know, he looks up at the both of you. He's like, I'm fucking done. Fucking done. And he sort of looks down, sort of almost despairingly at the floor.
We have what we need. Let's move. I leave the room.
I grab the hood and put it back over his head and whisper into his ear, "You should have done it the easy way."
Just before your
We're horrible people. Just as a side note.
before your ears leave next to his face, you hear. I wish you understood why it had to be. And then he says nothing more.
Probably gonna get kicked.
That feels like something else is going.
Who
It
cares?
feels like
They're
there's. It feels like.
It feels like the guy who was definitely not an army person who we met earlier
Yeah.
may or may not have been extruding information from this guy for some sort of nefarious purpose. But hey, we're getting paid, guy.
Yeah, I don't think that guy that we just. I don't think that guy we just interrogated was army, like properly.
Oh, you know for well that at least he's not, that the guy in there wasn't full army. All you've been
Just
told.
thinks that means he'll
Well,
pay
we
us.
still have to give him the guy the information to get paid.
Yeah. So you know, Sergeant Fisher, he's been waiting a little bit down the hall. He doesn't want to like interfere with your operations, but he's close enough that he can rush in and sort of stop besiegings if necessary. He looks up at his watch and he goes,
Okay.
"Yeah, not bad."
I go over and I give him the information. And I go, I do not know what is going on here, but I hope it was worth it.
Absolutely, it's part of his training, and he clicks, and two army gentlemen come out, and they walk.
He may have been a prisoner of war or something.
You don't know. You didn't even bother to ask his name. But they
God, someone started Reddit. Got conspiracies going on here.
Yeah, it's the same that I'm thinking.
You do not know the web of fun I've got on my wall, and you will never know.
I'm thinking we should have held out for more money.
My character hasn't actually left from the other room. I'm still
You
looking
literally
in.
just See,
So yeah,
the
two gentlemen.
you do literally just see Bastion just walk past you.
Yeah. Sebastian
Go out and give the
Sebastian
information.
doesn't care. he's not army. He doesn't really care. He's here for the money.
No fuss.
And he exchanged details with Sergeant Fisher. Jean, I presume you come out the room, or do you stay in the room after that whisper back?
I come out of the room desperately trying to stop him from giving the information, but alas, I'm slightly too late, and I look a little bit disappointed and mutter myself, "We could have got more money."
DJ, since you are still by the double-sided windows, these two army blokes, they're probably, they're still quite fresh, but they're not nearly as they're not like in their first 5 years. They're definitely at least in their next 5 years. Two corporals come through. They sort of untie the guy from the chair, but keep him very much bound, and start to lead him out the room. The guy, occasionally attempting to resist, but at this point, this guy's beaten really. And they start dragging him down the corridor away from you guys.
I chase after them quickly, and I say, "Corporals, stop for 1 second."
They stop, and the two, the dwarven man is sort of hanging between these two guys. What is it?
Take a baby up the daisy.
I walk up to the dwarf and I say, "Dwarf, what is your name and why are you actually here?"
You can only know me as Thunder, and I think you'll you'll find out pretty soon.
We should ask the colonel this.
Thunder?
I can't tell you things. Nothing more. No more. You get Thunder. That's it.
So we ask the colonel this when we see him again.
You've had your interrogation now. Leave this lad to recuperate. All right? We're going to take him to the med bay.
Fine. I then walk back over to the other.
At this point, me, Bastion, yes. So Bastion, Wolf, and Philippe have probably walked out into the corridor, I presume. But there's no more use for the interrogation room.
No, it's the plainest interrogation room ever. There was a table in the middle, there's a chair, there's another couple of chairs. That was about it.
But I'm saying there's no more use for it, so...
Nope. So, Sergeant Fisher, he seems quite pleased, actually. Yeah, he wasn't quite expecting you to get the information quite so deftly, and without harming
Add some more money for me.
So, yes, there's the last stage now, if you are willing to...
Excuse me 1 second, my friend. Before we go into this, we are hired to do a job, and this is fine, we have done it, but I have a little bit of a question. What is going on there? Something doesn't seem right.
Well, the idea is he's supposed to act. That's the entire point. Wolf, you remember this, right? Please tell me you remember this training. We had
Yes, Sergeant. But then there's acting, and then there's that.
He's pretty good at it.
I've had my fair share of interrogations.
Look, let me be honest and upfront to you. We are mercenaries. I am a mercenary. I don't mind what you are doing, but I do not like being lied to. I trust that you are a man of honor, so I'll ask you once and I will leave it if this is it. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about this thing?
As far as I'm concerned, what I've told you is what I know. You can judge intentions if you like.
Our employer no more.
Something does seem fishy here.
I'm not your employer.
I'll judge intentions on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna judge too, because just something.
And whoever did you all try to work out anything more about Fisher, or?
I didn't, but I will. So
I've done a judge intentions, of which I got 1 hit and 1 miss, but I'm also gonna do a perception test on.
Okay.
My judge intentions was 3 hits, 3 misses.
Okay.
Right, so my
One miss.
my judge intentions was 1 hit, 1 miss. And oh my god, my perception test was terrible. I got 1 hit and 4 misses.
I also did a perception check of 4 hits, 2 misses.
Oh, I'm going to do a perception check then.
So your judge intentions, as far as you're concerned, he's telling you straight to your face. He's telling you exactly what it is. He's saying that this is his orders. This is what he's been told to do. There's nothing more for you to know from him. Wolf, as for your perception check, you think he should be a sergeant. Like, nah, this guy shouldn't be a sergeant. He should totally be like a major. Like, he seems like a lot more in control of himself. You think that he's actually been like undersold. You know, this gentleman, he should be far better than this.
He's not
Somebody's
being properly promoted.
Yeah, somebody's been undercutting him, mate. Jean, you know, what did you say for your perception?
Let me just double check it. Four hits, 2 misses.
4 hits, 2 misses. So yeah, he's obviously of a slightly older age. You're not entirely sure. He's elvish. It's a bit tricky when it comes to elves. But yeah, he's obviously perhaps closer to maybe Wolf's age, you suspect. But yeah, as you're sort of looking a bit further, you find that things are a little too neat. His uniform is a little bit too neat and too nice and clean, and you know, it doesn't. Everything looks like it's just come out the packet. Bastion, you see nothing. You see nothing.
These are good judge intentions, but not very good on the perception.
What's your judge intentions?
On my judge intentions, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 hits, and I don't know. I'm looking at this. I rolled my perception check. Didn't do too well on my perception check, but I did roll the intentions before that. Yeah.
Okay. Right. You think he's telling the truth?
Yeah. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, and.
Okay, so you think he's telling the truth. You think that he maybe. So something tells you that he's somewhat uncomfortable with the proceedings, but you get the feeling that he's telling the truth about what he knows.
I say to him, "Excuse me, monsieur, could I see your ID badge a second?"
Sure. He sort of pulls out his ID badge. It's Sergeant Fisher. So it's Sergeant Jonathan Fisher.
Monsieur Sergeant Jonathan Fisher, I just wanted to say, I hope you do not feel I have questioned your honor in any way. I'm just asking the questions that are part of my job. This is nothing personal when I am saying this seems weird to me. I hope that there's no hard.
Absolutely not. No worries. No worries. It's completely understandable. I know that these proceedings tend to make most people uncomfortable, even those who are trained to do them. It's not the most friendly way to meet a person, to say the least. But it must be done. It's part of the army. It's how we learn not to give information to the enemy. I'm sorry if it made you feel uncomfortable, but this is part of the job. If you're ready, do you want to take a break, or are you able to go on to the next bit? This is the last section of our training facility that we need you to run. Your mic is off, Bastion. Push to talk. Bastion has got a bit quiet.
Hey, there we go.
There we go. Got sound now.
No, I had a delay on it. If we can, I'm clicking to refill my water here. So
Yep, that's fine. Shall we take a 3-minute break just so that Bastion can get some water so that he doesn't go
Yeah, it's
drown?
fine here.
I
Okay.
need to have my water and my kibble.
1 second. I will just give you. Okay, no problem. Okay, be back in about 3 minutes.
The family, right? To give you a bit of that, are we on stream? You didn't hear that, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, could have.
It's okay. Our penises are of equal length.
See, my computer's the best here anyway. And one of the most expensive.
I don't, but I have lots of compliments about my computer. I'll have you know.
Get her.
I got the skills. Can you give us a second to check our gear?
Another time. We seem to be having a bit of a Discord issue. I don't know why. Very odd. But there you go. Well, okay. Plan 2. Let's see if I can get our delightful Shadowrunners up on Skype. Will we have any luck? Let's find out. Well, you know what? I think we will leave the stream there for today then. Oh well, thank you anyway to everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream at least. Yep. I hope you enjoyed the stream at least. We will conclude this episode. Not next week actually, because next week we will actually, in fact, I will be getting, I'll be getting graduated. So hopefully I will have a lovely hat soon as well. Gonna give it one more shot for you guys. One more shot. Nope. Seems not. Okay. To everyone, I want to say a good night, and I really hope that you enjoyed today. I will see you, not next Friday, but I will see you on the 1st of December for Shadowrun, The Road to Chaos. Goodbye for now.